question came in and said, "Hey, you want the answer to all your questions?" So I'm sure everyone here has a question of something they're trying to solve, a problem, something they need, something they want to change. So I'm actually going to ask you to just close your eyes, because we're going to go into this a bit and try to see if we can tune into the frequency of what is coming through, because it feels like this is something that's really needed to understand the co-creation that we are doing, not only with each other, but with the divine. And as we have our eyes closed, let's see if we can just drop into our hearts for a moment and let go of the question. Let go of what you need, let go of what you want, let go of all the expectations that we have, let go of the day, see how present we can be, and see how much you can allow yourself to just slow down. Allow your breath to slow down and be really present here in this moment, because the more present you are, the more you can tune into that frequency that is here, that is the spectrum of love. And today, when that came through, that question of, hey, do you want the answer to everything, to everyone's question? Of course, I said yes, absolutely. And the answer came with a laugh, a joyful laugh, and the answer was just love. Love is what's happening on the planet right now. There's so much love being sent to this planet. There are so many beings being born in this planet that carry the frequency of love. And if you really open your heart, you put your awareness into your heart, you'll feel them in this room. And that love is being required and being needed to be expressed. And there are so many things within our lives, just within society, within beliefs, that we know work against love, that we know are mistruths. And each of us is really a seed of God or goddess. We're a seed that's been planted here with that love. And any questions we have, any problem we're trying to solve, we can always tune back into that love that is working to be expressed through all of us. And there's always an answer there, because that spectrum of love is joy, it's kindness, it's empathy, it's forgiveness, it's excitement and laughter and fun and inspiration. So really all we need to do is look for those points, those arrows, if you will, those paths that lead us more into that love, and the answer will be provided to us. Just like Bonnie said, it's a frequency that we bring here, that we have, because that is source, that is who we are. And just like cells in the body, we are all connected to create and bring that harmony. So when we have disharmony in the body, I have been starting to tune into how this is in some ways a reflection of what's happening even on the world and within the planet on a whole, because we have such disharmony here. We have a lot of things that feel almost like a virus coming in and causing us to feel disconnected, and then creating through that disconnectedness fear, anxiousness, hate, judgment, so many beliefs that conform around that separateness and that disconnectedness. And some people have been called to be here to remember what it is to be connected. Sometimes that does manifest through challenges or opportunities within our lives to tune in and tap into that awareness and back into that love. And it always goes back to love. And even though that may sound really simple in the world we live in, it can be very challenging. It can be very hard sometimes to access that connectedness when somebody steps in front of you and makes it feel disconnected. But we always have to remember that connection, and it's through that connection that we start to see you have all this abundance of health or maybe finances or joy or family, something that you really desire. You have this abundance of purpose, and maybe that's something you desire. Well, you already have it because it's already out there in abundance. You can see it through people. People are reflecting that to you all the time. And so it's never saying, I'm taking away from you and I'm bringing it into my life. I'm not doing anything to minimize. I'm not going to harm any by bringing that into my life. In fact, it's right there. I just need to tune into that connection through that love and remember that this is all of ours. The resources are all of ours, and whatever we need, we can draw in through that frequency of love. So follow the little breadcrumbs, follow the ways to access that, and know that most, if not all of you here, have been called at this time to do that. And just like I said, the little seeds within Source, once we bloom and we blossom and we really embrace who we are within that frequency of love, it helps others shift and become who they are. And then the world changes. And I'd like you to really tune into that image or that feeling of what is changing in the world other than seeing the stressful things, but through that lens of love, what is really shifting? What are we creating that is new? And where are you hearing people say they want to create something new? And wherever you feel called to create that newness, whatever is in you to really make that come into this creation, do that wherever you feel called, because we're all being called to create new ways of learning, to create new ways of living, to create new thoughts and beliefs that are rooted in connection, in truth, in love. And so whenever you're ready, you can just open your eyes. Sometimes when I feel that frequency, it makes me overwhelmed. So sorry. Sometimes I start crying. Yeah, it's really powerful. We're having a lot of people come in every day here talking about how they're either receiving downloads or messages, or they're feeling called to be of service in some way, and they either have been on this journey a long time and they know what to do. They're just trying to figure out how to do it, or they don't know what to do. They haven't. This isn't a part of their belief system. It's not a part of their life. They want to know what's happening. And it's interesting because whenever I tune back into it just personally myself, there's all the information out there of the different energies coming in and what's happening, but really we're evolving and we are the ones that make that happen, right? We are going to make that happen. And I think we all know that here. It's like, it's starting to create this feeling of almost like there's no time left. Now is the time for whatever reason. I hear a lot of people saying that every day. I feel like I'm have to do this, or almost I can't be in this relationship or in this job or on this path anymore because, that was the old way. We know there's something new. We just don't know what it is yet. So we have to start to create it. And I think a lot of you are aware of that and know that. I think for most of you, this is just a reminder, and knowing that so many people are tuning into this right now.